What's up, YouTube? It's me, KC, and I'm gonna jump straight into the video. Okay, let's talk about the Nintendo Direct. What happened today? The Nintendo Direct came out today for February the 13th, and I came in with mid-level expectations, mainly looking for the confirmation release dates for the Nintendo Wii U games that are going to be coming out this year, because we knew that a couple of games are going to be coming out as far as Bayonetta 2. Monolith's X. We already knew that Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, was coming out this year. Heck, it's coming out this month. A couple of weeks, and you'll have it in your hands. And Mario Kart 8, we pretty much knew that it was going to be coming out in May. So let's go ahead and talk about Mario Kart 8, or we're on that topic. Mario Kart 8 is going to be coming out in May, and in this Nintendo Direct, Nintendo further confirmed the release date that is going to be coming out May the 30th. As to what my friend Smash said, why not just release the game a couple of days later and it'll be June? And at the same time, I do agree with that and I don't agree, because let's face it, the summer is a pretty dead time and there's going to be nothing to do. So what is everybody going to be playing? Mario Kart. That'd be nice to just play those tracks, over the summertime. But what I don't like are the huge gaps throughout the whole year. And let me go ahead and get into that. With the release date of Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze being the 21st, that's going to be coming out in February, you're going to be waiting like 10 months until Mario Kart. Then you have Monolith's X and Bayonetta 2. And those games haven't even been confirmed for a release date. So I'm assuming that those games are going to be coming out sometime near the end of the year. As well as Smash Bros. It didn't get a release date. It's going to be coming out sometime the end of the year. All three of those games are going to be coming out near the end of the year. So there's going to be huge gaps. I mean, seriously. It's almost like waiting a whole nother year for these games to come out. So while I'm on the topic of Smash Bros, they already kind of confirmed, well, they did confirm in today's Nintendo Direct that Will Mack is going to be making his appearance once again, not as an assist trophy, but as a playable character. And man, is this guy fast. Lightning speed, lightning punches. The guy is just over the top with his moves. If he charges up one of his moves, he can KO somebody, which a lot of people will call OP, even though Jigglypuff has one of those moves herself. But I just don't know. The game, that move shouldn't be too OP, but we'll see once the game arrives, whenever it comes out sometime this year. But he looks very flashy and he is very fast. It looks like he has the same speed as Sonic, if not Captain Falcon. And I would like to see a Captain Falcon trailer with him beating the crap out of Lil Mac, or Lil Mac beating the crap out of him. Those guys would be great to go head to head with each other because they're pretty fast and they have like very powerful punches. So Lil Mac has been confirmed. That was one of the highlights of the Nintendo Direct. And while I'm on the subject of Smash Bros, which is going to be coming out later this year, and I actually mentioned Monolith's X and Bayonetta 2, let's just go ahead and give both of those games out of the way. Bayonetta 2 looks great. Okay, it's not a game for me for personal reasons, but I know it's going to be great for everybody. And Bayonetta 1 was a good game. If Bayonetta 1 was going to be a good game, Bayonetta 2 has to be a good game. Okay, it's made by Platinum Games. They're known for their over-the-topness of all of this action and glory going around their games, all right? They do a fairly decent good job on these kind of games, so I wouldn't expect nothing less. They showed us a gameplay trailer, and the game pretty much plays, it looks like the gameplay that we've been seeing for a while. On the flip side, let's talk about Monolith's X. We've seen a lot more gameplay footage of that. We seen the guy jumping into the robot shooting, jumping out of the robot shooting, swinging his sword around, jumping back in the robot shooting, and doing all this other stuff and doing combos. The game looks great, but it looks like the graphics took a hit. I want to put most of the blame on the game itself. I want to blame the stream that I was watching it on, because I don't know if the quality was doing it any justice. So I know the game looked amazing last year, but for some reason the game didn't look amazing this time around. So I think it was the stream this time. I'm not going to blame it on the game, and the game is going to be coming out, as well as Bayonetta 2, as well as Smash Bros, all sometime near the end of 2014. Like I said, it's waiting a whole nother year. Okay, so with that being said, you do have a couple of games that are going to be coming out on the eShop. Shovelware Knight, that's what I love to call the game, Shovelware Knight. Shovel Knight is going to be coming out. They've been talking about that game for a while, and I don't understand why that game still hasn't made it to the eShop. That's going to be coming. And then they released another version of NES Remix, Volume 2. Volume 1 just came out not too long ago, so they got Volume 2 coming. So, okay, alright. You know, another $15. And those games, in my opinion, are highly irrelevant. It would have been nice if they kind of remade the games to make them look a little bit flashy. But in a sense, in the current state that they are in, it just kind of seems like they have been tacked together. I don't know, it just feels like that to me. I don't think those games are worth $15 a piece. So I wouldn't be surprised if they came out with a Volume 3 and a Volume 4, and then altogether is a retail price of $60. So Nintendo was probably planning to release a game like this in full form for $60, but decided to put it on the eShop to, you know, reap the benefits, so to speak. But anyways, those weren't really my highlights. Lil Mac being announced, that was a highlight. And let's go ahead and talk about the GBA games for the VC. The GBA games are going to be coming to the VC for the Wii U. And I kind of have a problem with this. It was one of my highlights, but I kind of have a problem with this. If you're going to put it on the Wii U, why not also put it on the Nintendo 3DS? And why is it taking so long for these games to get emulated and put it onto the eShop? I know it shouldn't take that long because these games shouldn't be that much of a gig. They shouldn't even add up to a gig. They shouldn't even be that much. Okay, they should be like 500 megabytes or something like that. These games don't take that much to, you know, put together and throw on the internet or the server. I don't know anything about the server, but I know as far as memory goes, that it shouldn't take that much. You know, Nintendo is just kind of taking their time getting around to these kind of things. So that's going to be coming out sometime in the spring, and I'm looking forward to that because the games that they're debuting are Yoshi's Island, Metroid Fusion, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and many more. That's what they said. So those 3 games that they announced, they're all great games, and I cannot wait. And because of all of these gaps and holes that the third parties are not filling, you know, they could be filled up with the games that we've already played in the past. And I think that's what Nintendo needs to start doing now. You know, going back and digging into their catalogs of old games and get the rest of the crap that they need to put on the virtual console on the virtual console. I mean, seriously, we have a whole backlog of games that still haven't been transferred over so that you can play it onto the gamepad. What is taking so long with that? But I'm not going to go on to the rant. That's another rant for a different day. Okay? But set aside from that, I didn't talk too much about the Nintendo 3DS because the Nintendo 3DS really doesn't need talked about. They have plenty of games like Yoshi's Island, new Yoshi's Island, which is coming out. They already released Bravely Default not too long ago. They released, they said that Monster Hunter 4 is going to be coming out sometime in 2015, which we already knew, but Nintendo apparently wanted us to know in a Nintendo Direct, whatever. Stuff that we pretty much already knew. Anyways, but, Pokemon Trozei, the sequel to Pokemon Trozei for the Nintendo DS. Now it's coming on to the Nintendo 3DS. And I have no problem with that because I think it's going to be a pretty good puzzle game. I want to try it out. So I'm looking forward to playing that game. But other than that, I would have to, well, all in all, I would have to give this Direct a thumbs up. I came in with mid-level expectations, but it would have been better if we got confirmation for the release dates for some of these games that were coming out for the Wii U. I felt as we had a lot more release dates for the Nintendo 3DS versus the Nintendo Wii U. And some of the information that they were showing us, we already pretty much knew. So it was kind of like, oh, okay. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, alright. What is it? Monster Hunter 4. Oh, it's coming out in 2015. Oh, I already knew that. You know what I'm saying? It was stuff that we kind of already knew. And it was a little bit annoying. For Mario Kart 8, the Koopalings, like 50 of those bastards are in the game. Like, seriously, man? Come on, dude. You filling up the whole the whole roster with those guys, with those bastards. Like, seriously. You could have put freaking Nabbit in the roster. And it's just like, man, it's a couple of other characters that they could have put in the roster besides the Koopalings. Like, seriously. 7 of those guys? Like, really? There better be some more characters along the way. But, with that being said, thumbs up for this Nintendo Direct. Handful of good stuff, but we didn't get a lot of new stuff. Okay? We didn't get a lot. We got a lot of new stuff. We got a lot of new trailers here and there, but we didn't get enough confirmation release dates for the Nintendo Wii U, which is severely hurting at the moment. So, with that being said, this is Kid91 signing out. Please join the Gatchis chat, www.gatchischat.weebly.com. We have all gamers there for you. It'll be posted up in the link description below, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.